And hello to today's episode of Furry Speedpaint. Today we're making a stream into a shorter version basically. So I did like a first YouTube stream on this channel where the general premise was like, what if Kirby ate my Fursona? Because usually Kirby can suck up enemies and then he gets like a costume from them basically and like a power. And I saw that kind of like challenge going around on Twitter, and some friends also were like, oh yeah, you could do that, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I drew like the costume for my persona, or like what Kirby would look like after he consumed my sona. I don't know, whatever way you really put it, suck, consume, eat, it's in any case it's kind of weird, but you know, the thing that Kirby does, it's just his thing, you know? I do also recommend watching the stream in its entirety if you have time. You can also like kind of listen to it kind of podcasty, you know, like the visuals aren't as important. But I did have quite a few interesting topics. I know I kind of talked about my streaming plans. I did kind of dive into a thing that I also want to talk about here real quick. Recently Nintendo has been doing like kind of questionable decisions, let's say it like that. If you're unfamiliar, I believe they shut down like a Smash Melee tournament, which is like I think like a decade-old game, and that was because they used like a mod called Slippy, which allows you to play online easily with that game, which I guess makes quite a lot of sense. Considering we're in a pandemic and I don't know, being able to play online is kind of essential. So they shut that down, and also that like caused some outrage, and then I believe there was like a hashtag started of like hashtag free melee or something, and then somebody used that I think in a Splatoon tournament, and then resulting in that being also shut down. It's kind of like, I guess it's in the right of Nintendo, but it still feels kind of off. I mean, there's like a lot of factors that come into it as well. But yeah, I don't know, it just seems like off decisions. And then they also like recently made like the Mario All-Star thing that's also only available for like a short amount of time to be bought. I don't know, they're doing like kind of weird decisions, and it kind of led me down like a thing where, you know, I don't know why it's often considered that companies are just like after the money or something, because I feel like often it's like the opposite. I feel like they're just being dumb, you know? Let me explain. Like, if they're like going for small or like short-term goals or like short-term money, that just feels like not really helpful in any case, because they are destroying like they're making like money right now, but like they're destroying their fan trust and their credibility, their rep, and probably because of that losing out on a lot more money long term, right? Making money down the road, or like for I don't know 10 years to come, instead of just having like one release of like an unfinished game right now or something like that, just seems like just a logical thing. Or also another example, with Instagram, for example, since Facebook bought that one, it's been like kind of like, it was a great app and then they made it like worse and worse, it feels like, with a lot of recent things that they added, like the shop page and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Usually I feel like the smartest thing and the most capitalistic thing would be to literally do exactly what most customers actually want. So that's always like a weird thing to me. It just feels like they're not even like after the money, they're just being dumb, because more money they would make if they make people happy, right? I don't know, man. Let me know what you think on that, but that's usually what I'm thinking in those situations. It's just weird in any case. On the other side though, we're done with the Kirby that I did with the suit, and yeah. One thing that I thought about as well, what kind of power he would have, because usually Kirby gets like some kind of power from it. Like I did mention in my video where I introduced like a Don't Starve Together character mod concept of my Sona, if he was in that game. I took like a lot of the ability set I did take from an idea or like the story I have written around LUHRAK that I tried to like make into a comic, or like I'm kind of still on it when I have the time, where he's like a goo boy, so he could maybe have like an ability that he becomes like a goo pile, or like transforms an enemy into goo, or makes an object into goo. So that would be like what I'm thinking for the power that he'll get from it. I'm not exactly sure, but maybe you guys can let me know there as well. Have a great day! Hey, since you made it till the end of the video, I would assume that you liked the video. If that's the case, bap that like and subscribe button, and see you in the next one.